Storm Spirit. They want to pick their carry last. But Storm itself is a win condition. But Storm can be played like as a less greedy way in certain setups. And this time they have like Ogre and Pango, which doesn't really take too much farm. But I'm not too big of a fan picking Storm like this. It opens a lot of ways of enemy countering you in the lane.
Dire team ban.
Throw the Monkey King mid, and then pick up the anti-mage safe lane.
That is possible too. Like with the Lich right now, their lanes are scary strong. Lich, Monkey King against Pangolier, Rubik, you'll be running for your lives the whole time in the lane.
Seconds remaining.
I mean, there's a lot they could pick to deal with the Storm Spirit. You talked about the OD because they have Mirana. You have the Astro into Arrow. You have there's also TA. I think TA is also quite decent here. Then there is Shadowfiend. I think Shadowfiend could work if they're looking to push with your timing. The AM could be another option if you want to switch the monkey to the mid lane. That would probably be a decent idea as well. Like AM does really well against Pangolier in the lane. He has no mana to harass you, so you're gonna free farm.
Vici Gaming's turn to pick.
Ban out that Slark. We'll see what Vici in their draft with. Last pick going to Aster. So they need their safe laner.
How would you know safe laner?
For Aster, I would assume.
Oh, for Aster, sorry.
Oh, for Vici.
Well, LGD did a safe lane carry Storm, so I'm not gonna rule that out.
That is true.
They made it work, so I'm not gonna say never. It's never gonna happen.
If there's anything that this event has proven, it's that we have really seen everything.
Dire team pick.
Wait, that's also a really good way of dealing with the Storm and the Pango. The Lee should be really good against that, and it's less greedy compared to the other options, and it allows them to play a really fast-paced game, because OD means that you have to slow down the pace of the game a little bit, even though you have the Prison to Arrow. And so what does Aster do right now? Do they go for like a hero that can own the Centaur in the lane? There's the Lifestealer, there's the Troll. Are they happy with that? Because Storm kind of can be their win condition, I think, here. He's still a pretty solid hero despite going up against the Pug in the game. So they could technically pick a core that doesn't really need too much, like a supporting core, to enable the Storm in the game. I think Lifestealer is still really decent, because then you have the Lifestealer bomb with the Storm Spirit.
Which is always a fun combination
it's
to go with.
Yeah, it's always a plus to have that. I mean, I think Razor is also half decent, to be honest. He's really good against the Monkey, he's really good against the Centaur, and then you have the Bloodlust. Wraith King. So this one falls more towards the greedier side, the win conditions. So Storm has to play like as a slightly more for the Wraith King and less greedy, more for the team, less for yourself. You need to be looking to make more rotations as a Storm. But Wraith King and Ogre against Centaur and Mirana, I don't really think the Centaur will be too worried in this lane, though, to be honest. I think he's still going to be really fat. The Wraith King doesn't really have much pressure on him with the Ogre. Maybe if they have 3 heroes, if Rubik wants to try lane with them and leave Pango on his own device against the Monkey King Lich. Because if you think about it, even if the Rubik goes top, they're not going to do really well in that lane. Like, Lich and Monkey King are way stronger than them. Maybe he helps him with the first wave or second wave, get his level 2, then he should go try lane bot to kill the Centaur and the Mirana. So at least they're gonna be able to salvage one lane. If they do stay put like statically in their lanes, I don't think they will like the outcome at all. They're probably gonna lose all their lanes. Rotation is needed.
So, if I were to ask you, who do you think has this game?
I think it's easier to execute if you win your lanes. And looking at the lanes right now, VG seem to have the stronger lanes overall so far. But if it goes late and Dire doesn't really lose their lanes, they definitely have a much better mid to late game hero. Especially once they get the Radiance on the Wraith King. Not sure if he wants to go Radiance this game or he should go for like an Armlet and into more fighting, early fighting build. Because he has the Storm and Pango. Like if he goes Radiance, those heroes are probably going to have to deal with fighting with one hero missing all the time. And Storm and Pango likes to fight a lot. And if you look at Radiant, they don't really have a very hard carry, it's Monkey King. Even though Monkey King can be played as a hard carry, but usually right now, most of the teams have been utilizing him as like a very active carry. You fight a lot with the hero. Nobody actually gets better for it anymore.
Are we gonna see maybe a diffusal blade for the Monkey King?
Yeah, most likely Diffusal. Diffusal into maybe a early BKB, because he definitely needs a BKB here. There's too many stuns. And you know what's gonna happen if he doesn't get BKB. You've seen the picture, the same movie happened time and time and time again in the event.
What's that movie with Tom Cruise? The one
Tom
where he
Cruise?
repeats the same thing over and over and over again?
With Emily Blunt.
Yeah, Edge of Tomorrow. I feel like we're in Edge of Tomorrow when we see Coors not get the BKB. Except they don't get to try again. They have to do it in a new game.
Well, yeah, next game. Go next. They try again. But the thing is, they try again, then the next game somebody else does that. I think I can delay my BKB.
Just one more item.
Just one more item.
I could be greedy. It's okay.
I remember what Jackie Ma told me. It is game losing if you buy BKBs too early. I must not buy BKB too early.
I believe Kyle said that once too.
Oh really? It wasn't Jackie?
Well, it might have been him as well, but I remember he spoke about it. Oh, this must have been like 2 years now. So it's a completely different. It feels like a completely different status of the game.
Yeah, different game.
But he was like, the earlier you buy the BKB, the more you know you've lost, or something along that. It might. That's probably. I'm probably misquoting him horribly, but
I think there are still certain games that you need to buy BKB early. I wouldn't say every single game you should delay your BKB. Back then. I always like to say never. There is always that one pesky game that you need to buy that item. And that's the beauty about Dota, right? There is always the right time for the right item.
except Holy Locket. I mean, we see Timbersaw still, and they're not buying Holy Locket.
It's a waste item. Come on.
Well, you know, what do they need to make that item more desirable?
If it provides you regen. I mean, I don't even know what are the components now of the item. What does it give you? I've never bought that item. Ever.
I've never bought that item either. Ooh, whoa, Ori taking a lot of damage over mid. He's already almost a level behind, but that's because he hasn't taken this creep wave. For a second, I freaked out. Like, Ori's that far behind? Oh my god.
So it gives you HP regen, health, and mana. No, I think it's a bit too expensive though.
Not enough value there.
2.5k and it's easily counted. Bot lane, DY.
Might be able to get the kill.
Yep,
Get
the
the kill there on a
Lich
fade.
Monkey King. This is the Lich Monkey King. That's why I'm telling you, I don't really like that. Well, look at this, man. The Rubik went for a headdress. You go for a headdress in a lane where you cannot win. Remember, we had this conversation. I think it was the first or the second day. Like when you're playing position 4, when do you decide if you go for a boots or a headdress? And you told me you are a Rubik spammer, right? You always like to go headdress nowadays. But in this kind of lane, actually going for the headdress doesn't really like make much sense because you can't even trade. You don't want to hit the Monkey King as the banger. You're not gonna want to trade against him. Maybe it will help you in terms of getting you have more HP, so you're gonna be able to get some more last hits. But I would lean more towards like starting with boost, pulling the wave, let the Lich chase me, ruin the crit equilibrium, and come top, and become a tri-lane and kill the center. That is what I would lean more towards wanting to do in the game. Because I know no matter how well I play in this lane, I'm probably not gonna win this lane. You know, it's a Lich Monkey King.
Definitely, I don't want to boost up how quickly this lane is going to start to come online, especially with this Monkey King. And the Monkey King, we're seeing it again. I know you weren't a huge fan of the Jingu Mastery early. You wanted more into the Primal Spring, but he's 1-0 and 2 so far.
I'm okay with 2 or 3 points, but not 4 points. I think 2 is like the magical number. And we see a Force Shield on DY trying to stop XXS from getting... And there we go. One more death. He is still getting a reasonable amount of last hits. His lane so far is still very heavily favored for the Monkey King and the Lich. And look at how the Centaur is doing top. Yep, Centaur has more CS than Wraith King. So you see what's happening, right? Aster is because of the unwillingness to move their heroes into a tri-lane. They're losing the top and the bottom lane.
And it's sometimes about making that rotation, something we saw in the
Arrow.
first series. Arrow hitting now onto Xuan. Got the Waning Rift to get the silence in the Illusory Orb. Now 3-0 in favor of Vici. And going back to
the Mirana is able to make this rotation like so secure, right? He has a ring of health. Like there's nothing much that the Wraith King and Ogre can do to him. So he doesn't really feel to be at top to babysit the Centaur. And he has a lot more freedom that way to do what he just did.
Yeah, not much of a reason to just sit here and babysit with that kind of regen on the Centaur. For the most part, he should be able to hold his own unless maybe the Rubik comes top.
Now it's a little bit too late though.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe he can try, but once he gets his Vanguard, there's no way you can kill him with those 3 heroes. You have to wait for the storm to come.
And that means it
Bounty
frees up
runes.
PYW. So, Bounty Rune, Arrow missing. Fire Blast comes in, so Bkop grabs that one, and now it'll be a race for the Bounty Rune that will be picked up by PYW.
It's not even a race when he can jump over the cliff. There's no way that it's a fair race. Or even a race.
Sometimes races are one-sided.
No, that's just bollocks. Not a race. He can just leap across the hill. How is that a race? I mean, do you call a turtle competing with a rabbit a race? No.
Well, the turtle wins the race, so it is a race. Just saying, I feel like
yeah,
you kind
that's
of used the wrong story.
That
there.
is... that's actually a saying. Oh, shit. Oh, that backfired.
We've got Bkop and Fade sitting mid.
Alright, the snail against the rabbit.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
I'm still putting some money on the snail. I'm a degenerate gambler. I'm gonna put some money on the snail, hoping he wins. His odds are probably plus 2,300. Primal Spring down. Dream Coil missing from Ori. Wait. A bit late on that one.
I mean, have some mercy on the Pango, Ben. Look at his level. He's level 4. The monkey is level 6.5.
They actually get Centaur towards top. They got Schwan to make that rotation, and that's very important to go up there.
Yeah, it's the Storm King. I mean, this is what he needs to do here to ensure that the draft is not too greedy. If it sets 2 on the Storm, I'm gonna have a lot of problems. So right now, you don't really want to come bot because Pango has a really hard time. There's no point going to bot lane anymore. You want him to get XP, so you play with your Storm and Wraith King here. You defend this area. And Radiant is going to try to infiltrate that area with the next Dream Coil on Puck in 15 seconds. He has the Invis rune, so he could TP to the top and pop his Invis to try to set up a kill here. And Mirana should be running top right now to get prepared for the incoming action. Should run to the lane.
Takes that big creep. You've got Yang, who's already got this Vanguard ready with a Stampede at any moment, and they've got the Dream Coil available on Ori now.
Oh, he wants to kill the Storm, I think. There's a very nice Observer Ward in the jungle.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
They'll come over. They do have Dream Coil, the Waning Rift, Ooze Orb, and the Star Storm. The damage is there to get the kill on a Schwan. Nothing he can do about that, and it's the nice vision placed by this ward here that really helps to get that kill, and they might even get another one. Fade in trouble, telekinesis out on a DY, but it won't keep him alive. Waning Rift from Ori to get yet another kill.
Wraith King is still happily farming, so he hasn't been scratched much this game. Same level with the Centaur, which just died once. He's going for the Radiant, so this is going to be a long journey for this Wraith King. His team is not doing very well at the moment. Pango needs to get level 6 and be active. He doesn't want to sit in bot lane so much.
It feels like he's not getting much out of this lane, and Eurus now TPing towards top. They want to kill this Wraith King.
Yep, and look what he did as well. He pushes the wave, and there's no creeps here, right? So he decides to move. This is like a really, really good rotation by the carry. It doesn't really hurt your fight. And he's gonna just be here to reclaim, not reclaim, but just to secure the tower. And in a bit, the Puck of Centaur can move to fight bot if they decide that this tower is worth defending.
And SCCC did a good job there mirroring the movement of Eurus, going over towards bottom and avoiding him.
Yep. And they're bringing a lot more heroes down, so if Radiant knows what's happening, I mean, they should know they have a ward here and here, and no one's around there, so Lich is the only one here. He just casts, throw his first shield on the tower, and then his job is done. I have delayed the push, guys. Carry me, please. My job is done.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower.
Eurus just continuing to farm. He's going into the Echo Saber first. You've got Centaur, who's got that Vanguard finished off. He'll be going into a Hood next, and they're trying to take this tier 1 tower over mid.
Look at the PYW wards. Managing to plant one more ward here before the daytime hits. So they have absolute control over this area. They see everything.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
And the wards here from Dire are not gonna be as useful because they can't really move towards that area anymore. They wanna be here. And the Radiant is going to try to fight bot. They are gonna send Puck bot.
Got the disarm, ball lightning coming through the Sinister Gaze,
nice
though, with
coil.
the Waning Rift and the Coil. The silence keeps DY alive, and now in trouble is Schwan. Double kill for
bait.
DY.
They took the poison, the poisonous apple, just like Cinderella did. And
No
they are going to fall
antidote
into
for
a
that.
They're gonna fall into a deep sleep for 17. So right now, Radiant is gonna be able to claim here. Centaur is farming everything. They are like farming this much of the map. This is great. Good news for VG. Yang has a hood completed. Good luck trying to kill him. So I mean, they should get a medallion on someone so they could get a Roshan later. Because their heroes are not particularly good at killing Rosh. they should just be looking to fight right now. Coil is up in 10 seconds. TP is up in 10 seconds. Radiant should be smoking here. Puck can connect with the TP. Let's go.
And there it is.
Storm is aware, I think, of something happening. It's just running away. That's gonna be a Moonlight Shadow to give them the extra move speed to invade the Storm. He needs to be careful.
Oh, Balance Strike, Sinister Gaze into the arrow, Star Storm, Chain Frost. That's gonna hit, but he Ball Lightning's a little bit further away than maybe the Radiant are willing to jump in on.
A bit of miscommunication there. The pull was a little bit too quickly. Maybe if they did it perfectly, they might have had a chance of killing the Storm. But nevertheless, the goal is to get the tower. The kill is a bonus. It seems like the Centaur is too low to pursue the matter. But Puck has pushed the wave all the way there. So this map is very, very big for the Radiant. Has his dagger in a bit 600. It's nothing to rush, if you're VG. You're farming so much of.
Yeah, they're taking their opportunities as they present themselves. They're not trying to force an opportunity that could bite them.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And so far, so good for Vici. Ori continuing to farm bottom. Having a really good time so far going into that Blink Dagger next. He's actually lowest net worth in terms of the 3 cores on Vici, but I mean, that's a great thing where you've got a Crimson Guard soon to be finished for the Centaur. Monkey King, he's close to getting into this Desolator as he's finished off that Echo Saber. So things are okay in that aspect. But now Ori bottom needs to be careful. Waning Rift comes in as well as the Illusory Orb. He'll jaunt over to that and make some space. Meanwhile, they're starting to converge over top to try and take this tier 2 tower. Balance Strike comes in. Wukong's command is committed. And now the Ball Lightning in. This is a problem for the Storm, but they miscommunicate once again, it seems like, with the Sinister Gaze as well as the Hoof Stomp, so they're going to lose DY. XSS was the one who fell here on Aster, but the Chain Frost doing a lot of damage post-death here for the Lich. They get the kill onto the Wraith King for the first time. Can they get a second? They've slowed up Eurus. Balance Strike comes in once again. He's surrounded by 4 of these heroes. The Telekinesis is up, throws him down, gets the kill, and will take out the Monkey King.
Here comes the Puck. Let's see if he can turn the fight around.
Can they reinitiate on this? They find the Rubik. They get at least one. The Illusory Orb over. He's got Dream Coil to work with. And Dream Coil only hits 1. I think he was really trying to put that in picture perfect, and that might end up costing them this fight. As you already see Ori taking so much damage. Waning Rift trying to get away. Illusory Orb not going to even get into it. They lose Ori, and these are numbers going down for Vici that they definitely didn't want to lose. DY back into the fight. They'll chase, they'll kill, and take another. Oh boy, Centaur too.
They just overcommitted for the kill, and Puck, they needed Puck to be here, If Puck is not there, it's not really that great of an idea to fight without. But this Centaur is a very, very, very huge kill here. A lot of gold. Going the way towards the Dire team. Constellation Polaris, 4 bounty rune for V. Not too shabby.
Still a bit of a poor feeling because I'm pretty sure that was a full team wipe for them.
Yeah, they fought without the Puck. They just ran in, They were winning over.
Quick kill on a fade over mid. They've got Dream Coil back up and available. Moonlight Shadow is down for another 40. Eurus 1400 gold from finishing off the Desolator. And then you've got Yang, who's 900 gold away from a pipe as he has finished off that Crimson Guard. So things going well for Vici in terms of picking up these next couple of items, but a fight like that definitely gives Aster an opportunity to bring this one back.
Dire are scanning.
If the Radiant allows. So Blade Mail is the next item for SCCC.
Dire's top tower is under
Could work in his favor. It's very good against the puck. Even the Mirana and the Lich, you have a lot of uncontrollable spells that throw damage out.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Haven't seen Blade Mail much, except on Act. This item disappeared off the face on Earth.
Still exists more than Holy Locket, though.
You think so? I think I've seen Holy Locket more. Though. I've seen Chen, Necro, even some Dazzle games I've seen it from pubs. But I've never seen a Blade Mail outside of X at all. Like nobody buys that item.
I think we've seen it a couple times. We saw it on. Oh well, that was a different game.
Oh yeah, we had a game where it was a weird Blade Mail on some hero. Maybe it was the Queen of Pain or some weird hero that bought a Blade Mail.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
PYW sitting mid here with Yang. And 4 heroes coming over for Aster. They'll leap away. I mean, they've got Stampede to work with as well. Continue to
But
put
the
pressure
Centaur
over
has
top, though.
Pipe right now to deal with the Radiants. Dragon Scale Pipe Crimson Guard.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Oh, well done by Tron. Takes the creep wave and immediately TPs away. So right now, Radiant should be running towards top. They need to take this area. Monkey King is trying to finish his BKB. He just bought a Desolator. Echo Saber plus Desolator. But without the BKB, you don't really want to fight. I don't really feel confident. The Desol does help him farm a lot faster right now.
So smoke up from the Dire side. They'll look over to try and get the kill on the Yang. They've got the Telekinesis as well as the Rolling Thunder. They'll commit the Stampede. So now Vici looking to reinitiate on this. The Stampede's been stolen and thrown back towards them. They've got the Wukongs, but it's a little bit far away. They've got the stun, the Boundless Strike. They'll get the kill on XSS, and they'll take the first life away from this Wraith King. Can they get into this one? Wukong's command really zoning out the side of Aster. They've got the Yules, and now they look over to get the kill on SCCC, and they will. Moving forward, though, is Ori with the Waning Rift silencing up the Rubik, the Illusory Orb, as well as the Primal Spring down on the Fade. They'll get themselves a second onto Eurus, a third overall, looking for Bkop. And he tries to get onto the high ground, but the Boundless Strike is there, and the Illusory Orb Hoof Stomp comes in. Triple kill for Eurus, and a 4-0 in favor of Vici.
Middle tower is under attack.
Oh, Centaur was the last hero they wanted to go on. It was just a bait. I mean, look at how much damage they did there. Like, it was barely half his HP. Maybe they took him down to 60-70%. And now they're probably gonna lose both the outposts. The Rubik has to try and reclaim the bottom outpost.
Top tower is under attack.
The Stampede really allowed the rest of the team to come in and position themselves, though, the right way. And I think that was in conjunction with the Moonlight Shadow, so they positioned themselves the way they wanted to go in before they took that fight, even though Centaur was still getting focused.
Well, you know how bad the game is for Dire when they have to use Rolling Thunder to secure bounty runes.
For sure. You got the tier 2 top, the tier 2 mid ends up going down an arrow to take out that siege creep, so they'll be able to continue pushing these creeps forward. Bottom tier 1 and 2 still stands though for the Dire.
I mean, Radiant should be looking to contest. I mean, looking to claim the Roshan. And try to force Radiant Dire to come out to fight. They are super strong right now. And there's no damage, because of the pipe. The pipe is stopping Wraith King and Storm from doing any damage. And on top of things, they have the Frost Shield. Like, killing one Centaur is gonna take like the whole team throwing all their spells and right click at him.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, it really does take all 5 heroes to get that kill. And then you've expended so much, and the rest of the team just comes in. And you haven't killed Centaur even.
Is under attack.
Then the monkey is gonna take all of you down. He's really close to his BKB. Another 2 minutes, he should have it.
Radiant
Daya is gonna smoke. Try to go into their jungle. Very,
Good
very
scan.
nice scan. They have a ward here. Nobody's on the right. Guess what? They're on the left. And Puck is gonna try to break their smoke, I think, yeah. We will op.
The rest of the team isn't here, but he's got a Blink Dagger to escape, so doesn't really mind.
He just wants to break the smoke, and his team is gonna shove mid, shove bot, and take over this this Ancients area right now from Daya.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
And he is very close as well to his Aghanims. Like, just look at how they are connecting to each other and who is farming. They are not wasting any farm on the map. They're utilizing every corner they can get. Puck is gonna push out here. He has TP to go to the outpost to connect his team. He's not even playing with Trevor. He's just controlling his TP very well and making sure that he's, you know, gonna be able to be at every fight while taking care of the lanes. And right now, BKB should be completed. A monkey, yeah, he has his BKB. I mean, this is go time for high ground.
Radiant's top tower is
They've pushed in pretty well, and they continue to put the pressure on Aster. They're up 9,000 net worth. As long as they don't slip up like the fight over towards top a while back, they should be okay to finish this game. They've got the BKB now. They should feel secure in doing so. Not really much Aster can do leaving the base. It feels very risky even to go out at, you know, so far. They're converging bottom. Do they have a smoke? Yeah, they do. They might smoke. Looks like that's what they're setting up to do, yeah.
They have to try to break the stranglehold. There's a ward here, there's a ward here. That's pretty decent information for Dai to try to make a play.
Oh, lose your orb. They got the silence though. Essence ring and the stuns come through to get the kill here on Ori.
Yeah, nice orchid. He didn't go for the use, he went for the Aghanims, so not having the use there cost his life. So he's gonna try to build one next. Not the biggest loss for Radiant. They just need to wait for him to come back alive. Yeah, just I think they're already ready. There's nothing much they need to wait for. They want to go high ground ASAP. I mean, the Storm in theory should not be able to do much in the fight. He has no BKB, and there won't be time for him to get a BKB.
And trying to come in and find something. Again, Ori though sitting top. He'll grab bounty runes, but away from his team, and this is an opportunity to go after the Centaur. Damage is heavy, but the balance strike is there, as well as the Wukong's command coming in with the Rolling Thunder being used by XSS. Do they have the damage to take out the Centaur? It doesn't look like it just yet, but he tries to run the Fire Blast as a multicast. They'll get the kill, and they'll take out the first life of SCCC. But without the Centaur, let's see what they can do. The Chain Frost is going to be thrown out at this Wraith King, bouncing around over onto the creeps and not on these heroes. But they've got the Doom Coil. And now we take a look as they've got the Ball Lightning as well as the Dream Coil down, and Ori, oof, he gets taken out, but Schwan is gone. So they get the kill into the Storm, the arrow flies through, and they lose the first life on the Monkey King. Can they turn this around with no Puck, no Centaur? Nope, disarm, nothing. Shots coming in, telekinesis, and there goes the Monkey King. I mean, this is again just not in. I don't know why you start that fight without your Puck.
Is the third time that happened? Or second time?
It's the second time that's happened, and you let Yang just get focused. And yes, he is the tanky one. Yes, he could take that damage, but he's there by himself. You guys aren't prepared to take the high ground.
Divided, we do not stand.
Radiant structures are fortified. Dire structures are fortified.
I mean, just the small little things, costing them the fights.
It's not costing them the game just yet, but
Soon. One
Yeah.
more or two more. One more of those, I think the Wraith King and Storm will just outscale you. I mean, not to say Radiant's late game is awful. They still have, Monkey King is pretty okay going to the late game. So is the Centaur. But overall, you would side the Wraith King and Storm more. They feel much stronger in the late game. Especially the Storm.
Radiant are scanning.
so now Wraith King, he's got his 10-second BKB going into an AC. This feels like a good time to be the Wraith King, and you're going to want to get yourself another Aegis if you're the Radiant, but this is not easy. It was easy before, now it feels like it's a bit of a struggle as Wraith King sits top of the net worth. Buyback situation wise, the only one who's got it is DY, so Vici
Well, I
win
think
a fight.
they might have to plan to just, this game is gonna go long, yeah. They have to plan for how they can make their heroes scale better. Like what items do they need to get to? Like, is it gonna be the Abyssal on the Monkey King? Or do they have to wait for, Puck to get to the point where he has Zeus plus maybe Dagon 5? So they have more damage. Because right now it seems like the damage is starting to lag, from them. They're having a hard time finishing heroes off quickly.
Puck now going into the Yules. Monkey King's got that Basher. He's going to look to finish an Abyssal Blade. I mean, certainly it could be the items that change this game, but I think with what happened over mid, it's just not what you needed in that spot. Now the Great Fire Blast comes in. XSS swashbuckle forward. And, I mean, right now, they're just going to let DY die, but that, with Yang going in, might even cause the Centaur to die. This is a Wukong's command that is a little far back.
He has a gem. You better not let him die. Alright, the game is... It feels like the game has turned into Dire's favor right now, even though they are still behind 7,000 gold. But this Wraith King is becoming a very, very big problem. Because they went for like all these fighting items, but they're losing the fights. I mean, they have to wait for this Abyssal, I think. They are no longer strong enough to kill heroes. They don't have enough damage.
Roche back up in 20 seconds. That would be the second Roche.
Fighting at the Roche would help. Fighting at the Roche pit will help. Any choke point where it will allow them to get a really good Wukong's command. So they have to try to fight around that. I mean, I don't see any other items coming from any other heroes that could really change the tide of battle right now. It's more about like just getting a good position to take a fight. Whereas Dire, they want to use this Storm to go behind and kill the supports first. And Wraith King is like their frontline, their beefcake. They want their daring Radiant. Jump on my Wraith King, I dare you.
They smoked, but they backed.
They didn't time the Roche or what? They have no idea that this Roche is happening. They think that Radiant is doing a smoke to gank this Wraith King, so they are smoking beside him. Right? This is still not the biggest problem for Dire though. I think they can afford to still play the game against the Aegis and Cheese. But if Dire would have gotten this Aegis and Cheese, it would have been really rough for Radiant. So right now, still life in the Radiant side, despite losing 2 fights in a row. They still have their 7k lead intact. You're gonna try to defend this tower here. Wraith King has no fear at all. He's still trying to hit the tower.
Sinister Gaze, and now the Balance Strike, and they get the first life out of the hands of SCCC early on. It's the Four Staffs pushing him back and getting him out of the hands of these Radiant heroes, and now the Ignite as well as the Bloodlust. How far are you willing to go? The chase is on, the Stampede is there, the Dream Coil comes out onto the Storm as well as the Waning Rift. Do they have the damage to get the kill on the Storm? Chain Frost down, he's leashed up, he's killed off. Xuan dead. Bkop's been popped here by Eurus. Looks over at SCCC. Can he get a bash? Oh. I'll look over for XSS, but Swashbuckle in 3. TP attempt. Arrows there, and now this is potentially this Pangolier dead. And it will be. So 2 kills, no buyback on either.
Well, I'm also surprised that the Storm actually chose to finish his Bloodstone instead of getting the BKB. See, it happens.
Can I risk that one more item? Telekinesis out onto the Monkey King ult. These skeletons are doing a lot of damage to Eurus. I don't think he recognizes that because he is just continuing to run in and gets the kill in a Bobica, but he needs to be careful. And he loses that Aegis to skeletons. That is a rough feeling.
Plus 30 damage on skeletons. Do not underestimate that. You know, it's always better to get that. You think of it as a Midas. I sometimes see people get the 15 strength. Way too much. I think in general, like the skeleton attack damage just gives you a lot more value.
Just giving up your life to skeletons like that, though, losing the Aegis in a situation that, quite honestly, I feel like you could have benefited more from, is certainly...
Not gonna disagree.
Oh, yeah.
Just a mess up, a mistake. They are humans too, Ben.
Professional Dota players, no mistakes ever. Never allowed to have a mistake. No, but yeah, it's just an error. It happens.
Consistency doesn't mean 0 mistakes.
Yeah, that is very true. Okay.
I mean, if you watch tennis, you'll know even the best, they screw up and they get angry. But you have to not tilt when your forehand is not working.
Yeah, there is a couple of tilters in tennis.
Do you watch a lot of tennis?
I watch it every now and then, especially the New York event, because it's right by me.
Flushing Meadows?
Yeah, it's like right by me.
Oh, you actually live so nearby?
About
So
40
good.
minutes from the stadium.
Oh, that's not near, dude. That is actually not near.
I mean, it's close. It's just, it takes 40 minutes because the traffic's ridiculous.
Or even New York you have traffic problems there.
We
I
have the
thought
worst.
only Southeast Asia has traffic problems. You know, Thailand, Philippines, India.
Our traffic problems are terrible.
And there's a lot of famous tilters in tennis.
What's the... I'm trying to remember his name. Kyrgios. He is...
Kyrgios.
Kyrgios.
Australian tennis player. I mean, I'm not sure if he's a tilter or he doesn't have the right mindset sometimes.
Dire's top tower is
And then
under
I
He's
feel like
half Malaysian. He's half Malaysian, half Australian.
Isner's a big tilter.
Isn't he a surfboard?
He's like 6 foot whatever, 7 feet tall, and he gets behind by like one double fault or something like that, and I feel like he freaks out. Moonlight Shadow here from Vici. They'll cut across. This could be an opportunity to potentially finish the game. The Wraith King's going to be caught without buyback if they get the kill here. The Sinister Gaze comes in and DY disconnecting. Eesh. Eesh.
Who has the vision here? Tell me. Daya has the high ground. What? Daya on the high ground. So what does that tell you, my friend?
That
If
they're gonna
Radiant
be
runs up the high, yeah, if Radiant runs up the high ground, they're gonna die.
they're gonna be ready for this unpause. I'll tell you that much. They see Eurus jumping into the back lines already.
Oh my god. If the Rubik can actually get... Oh no, he's too far. He has to force stuff into a lift. I don't think Monkey will not react to that. He just say some really rude word, so you don't want to know what he's talking about.
That makes me want to know even more. You
It's
can't say.
okay. Let's just leave it there. I don't want trouble. You don't want trouble. Let's all be discreet about that, you know. They say that like they use that word like it's a normal thing, you know. They always use that word when they're talking, but it sounds awful, atrocious in English. Are you trying to find out what that means?
No,
Please,
no, no,
no.
no, no.
Let it go, dude.
I'm sure when I
I'm
look
also...
over to chat, they'll tell me when the time comes.
Alright. I'm also into comedy. Comedy is the best medicine.
I agree.
Especially now, everyone's at home.
I've done a couple of stand-up shows, open mics in my day.
You? You did stand up?
Some jokes. I
Holy
try my
shit.
hardest to make some people laugh, you know? Sometimes it works. Oh, Dreamcore comes in as well as the BKB. They look over Eurus onto the back lines looking for Fade. Gets the kill immediately. Now they'll take out Bkop, so both supports are already gone. The buyback on Rubik to start, but they've got this puck in trouble. He'll use that Yules. They'll single out SCCC for the moment. XSS, Fade, as well as Storm. Storm's sunned up. They've stolen the arrow, but the Balance Strike comes in. They already got the kill on a Fade, so if he dies again, that's a dieback. He's dead for 76 seconds without buyback. They got the kill on a DUI. And SCCC throws the Wraith Fire Blast, and they'll get the kill on it. Or he doesn't have buyback either. So this is all of a sudden starting to go really poor for the side of Vici without their now Puck and Lich. But Aster, how much are they willing to commit onto this? Is well, SCCC still has that second life.
Well, they actually didn't click on him. They thought he had ulti. He actually didn't have mana for ulti. And he didn't go for the talent. He went for the double skeleton spawn. Oh, he got really lucky.
Does that fight end up being good for Vici? It still seems like they lack damage at times.
Yeah, they're lacking a lot of damage. They're having trouble finishing heroes off. I seriously think the Puck has to get a day gun. They have a lot of damage issues right now. Maybe with the Abyssal.
Well, they found Monkey King.
Yes,
He
BKB.
needs to
Should
run.
be okay.
They'll look over to try and kill Bkop. BKB is popped as well as the Balance Strike coming in. SCCC now running forward. Yang coming around the back though. He'll pop his
Nash.
own BKB, and Rolling Thunder will stop this Monkey King in his tracks. SSS will just give up his
Nicely
life.
done.
It won't. They'll TP out and they'll
Very,
save
very
Wraith
nice.
King.
Very, very nice. Game saver, man. Now they only lose the Augur.
BKB is 6 seconds now on both the Monkey King as well as the Wraith King.
Who is the one true king? That is the true question.
Skeleton King. That is the answer.
What?
Are scanning.
These are the
Old
facts.
school. Old school. You have to say Leoric is the true king. Then people will know you're the true old school player.
I'd be lying if I said I was the true old school player.
Stan King sends his regards.
So many kings in this game.
But there is no queen, right?
Well, there's the Queen of Pain.
Oh.
They're all fighting for one queen. Although I guess maybe you could consider Broodmother a queen. Queen of her brood.
Well, that's in the law, right?
I think so. Xiang just stands there with 4,000 health eating those shots.
Oh, he has 5,000 health soon. Come on, don't say buyback. Just finish the heart. Sell your wand. Be a man. Buy the heart.
They've got the Abyssal. This should help them just to clear up the storm.
It's gonna be hard to get on the storm, though. There's still gonna be this like Pango in front, Brave King behind. So they have to be very careful of starting the fight. The fight has to be in an area around the Monkey King ultimate. If they try to fight and chase, and you already use your Wukong's command, I mean, chances are they are going to lose the fight. Like any drawn-out fight that involves a lot of chasing is going to favor the Dire lineup. Storm has his BKB right now. This is goal time.
Smoke from the Dire. They'll throw the stun out to Yang. He'll turn around. Arrow comes in, hits a range creep. And are they going to commit all the way around?
I mean, I don't like that the Centaur has so much money in his bank, and they're trying to take this fight. Just at least buy something, you know. Oh, he bought a heart? Yeah, he has his heart. Nice. It's what I'm
Sinister
talking about.
Gaze, Pobika. Abyssal was used onto the Ogre Magi. They get the kill there on a Fate as well. Dream Coil comes down, and now they've locked up this Storm. He's using that BKB. He's leashed up. The damage is there to get the kill. Double kill in for Eurus. Now into the back lines they look over. None of these heroes have buyback. Oh, boy. Storm's so far from it. Pangolier, he's got buyback at least. But the arrow comes down, and there's the double edge to get the kill. They look over at SCCC. The chase is on to push him back.
Oh, they're gonna chase into the fountain? What is this?
Waning Rift forced the buyback. Glyph comes in as well.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
So it's a 2v5 to try and hold your base.
Correction. 3v5. Brave King equals 2.
Fair enough. I'll allow it.
What? You'll allow it? You have the authority to disallow it?
No.
Are you
don't.
given?
It's a secret. I can't be giving out that kind of information. They did not take it. I feel like they did not take as much advantage of the fact that they did not have buyback on any of those heroes.
I mean, they wouldn't know. Once again, you know.
Yeah, I
sure.
know. But you wouldn't you continue to poke and prod to see if they have it? If they don't commit it, you just go.
Yeah, but what if they have it and they didn't have the BKBs ready on Monkey King? Then what? It's like too much of a risk, you know. And Roche is going to spawn, and Roche is up now.
Dire's top tower
You see, it could have been a disaster. They took the fight. Storm had buyback. They have no BKB. They lose the fight. They lose Roshan, and then what? They lose the game. And then you'll be seeing messages sending to Bkop. Why are you forcing us to throw the game? Tell me why. So I could go home early and rest, but I'm already home.
Work from home. And SCCC trying to fight Yang. Now they've got themselves the Dream Coil coming through under the Pangolier. And Wraith King, he comes forward. He's got his own Abyssal Blade. They've got a lot of damage coming into the Monkey King. Can they keep Eurus alive? The BKB's been popped. The Balance Strike back to full health. So now they've got the first life out of the hands of SCCC with the Wukong's command coming out on top of this Wraith King. They've got the damage. Can they get the kill? Force Staff, one more shot. He's disarmed, but finally inside the Wukongs, they'll get the kill. No buyback on the Wraith King. And this is looking like the beginning of the end for Aster as they lose the Pangolier, they lose the Ogre. 3 heroes gone. They have buyback on the Ogre Magi, but it won't matter. GG is called by Aster, and Vici will take the 2-0 series.
Well, the puck pick in there. Able to make sure that this Storm doesn't do anything with the axe. Slight hiccups when they took 1 or 2 fights without the puck after steamrolling through the laning phase. So allowing the game to become closer, a lot closer in fact. But still manages to close up the game in the end. Lane dominance, once again, very, very important. And Aster, they have this similar lineup where, I mean, it was an earlier game where the team got drafted Storm plus, I said they have 2 win condition heroes. Was it a Void? Yeah, Storm and Void. It was a newbie. No, was it newbie? Yeah, it was newbie. And the game felt like it was really greedy. And not Storm and Void, it was OD and Void. Yeah, OD and Void. Like this Brave King plus Storm, kind of very, very greedy, but they somehow like still was able to hold off the early game when Tran made some rotations. He needed to make the rotations, He was like walking around, running around in the early game trying to help his team because everyone is doing very poorly in the lane, especially the Pangolier. But it wasn't enough.
And unfortunately, it doesn't end up getting the game pulled back. It felt like Aster were starting to make their way back into the game, but the laning phase went really well for Vici. I mean, Eurus 12-2-10, and at points did look like they lacked a little bit of damage, but they still pull through. Yang sitting there 5,000 health and didn't really care. And PYW, have yourself a game, 6-0-13. Played a great Mirana game. I mean, that was
I'm starting to think this hero is like a top tier pick right now. I'm still not 100% sure, but the hero feels like she fits the meta a lot. You win your lane, you scale, and you provide your team with a lot of tower damage with the leap attack speed, So it does allow you a lot of options. And she can build whatever item that your team needs. There is like no set build for this hero. You can buy anything else, anything you need in the game.
It does feel like at times, though, in the right hands it is overpowered, but in the wrong hands it's definitely not as strong. But we see the top tier players playing at PYW, one of the best Mirana players we've seen in the last few weeks. So, Vici, they look good right now. They've taken the series 2-0. They are now moving up to 2-1 overall. Tomorrow's matchups are eHome against LGD. Vici again will now go up against Keen Gaming. So we'll be back with those series tomorrow. That's it for us here tonight. Thank you guys so much for watching, and stay healthy. Have yourself a good morning, evening, afternoon, and have a good one.